What's going on, guys? This is KNSD39 here. Welcome back to another episode of the Draft to Glory franchise episode, Lucky 13. We're going the off-season. Last year, we actually made the playoffs for the first time. We lost in Game 5 of the ALDS to the Oakland Athletics, who then lost in Game 7 to the Minnesota Twins, who then lost in Game 7 to the Atlanta Braves. So, we're going the off-season. Now, this off-season, you guys keep saying I sleep on Nakayama, and I guess you're kind of right, even though this past year he wasn't great. But you're right that I am kind of sleeping on him. So we'll see what I do with this offseason. We got some moves to make. Let's get into it. Alright, pitching coach retired. No one on our team retired. Anthony Rendon. You guys think Anthony Rendon's a Hall of Fame player right now? I'd love to hear in the comments down below. I don't think he's there yet. So exclusive free agents. We got some big ones. So, Darryl Taylor, who is actually starting to decline. He has been our best hitter. And last year he hit 41 home runs with a 298 average. I mean, a WAR of 8.4, but he is declining. You can see there's some things going down. Actually, his overall's going up, but certain things are going down. Like he's 31. I'll do a 3-year deal to give him a player option to make him happy. Give him a qualifying offer just in case. Nakayama, now he has every year accepted the qualifying offer. Every year he's wanted $10 million. Let me come back to that. Edmund Nash, 7.4. I'm going to let him walk. He's been our closer, but he hasn't been good. He had one good year, but he's been pretty bad. I know we'll get a draft pick for him. Marcus Moya, who's been a reliever this past year, last 2 years as a reliever. Once he became a reliever, he's actually turned into a pretty good one. He wants 3.5 a year. I think I'll be closer to 4, but I don't have a problem with that because we're going to need more since we're letting Nash go. Gomez has been a backup catcher. I'm probably going to let him walk. He's been a very good catcher for us. He made an all-star game last year, or not last year, a few years ago. But we have a lot in the system at catchers. It's actually a good spot in us. We have Tom Reeder, Leo Rodriguez, and then Belliard and Nakamura. So Polito's our guy for sure. I think we can use Reeder next year as our backup catcher. He is a backup, but he doesn't have good durability. He's a great fielding guy, so I'm just going to add him to the 40-man. Our 40-man's full, so I'm just going to release Gomez, and I can just add him to it. We're not going to get a draft pick for him. Barney Smith would like to keep him if the money's right. He did pitch for us. For some reason, he doesn't qualify. But he struggled. I'm probably going to let Barney go. And then Archie, who always does struggle, but we just need lefties. So a 1-year deal for like 3.5. We just need lefties in our bullpen. Now we get to Nakayama, and I'm going to wait a couple days. I want to see what our budget's looking like, and then we'll make a decision. Oh, I know. I did I was doing a different franchise where I had contracts on automatically. I'm going to put those back on manual. Now they may have actually signed some people for us. No. So, okay, got that fixed. Let's go a couple more days. Polito's exercised his options, making $14 million. Dwayne Fernandez exercised his option, making $23 million. All right, so our budget now is very good, actually. I think we can afford Nakayama's $20 million contract. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, yes, I can pay him $10 million a year, and you guys are like, "Hey, nasty, why do you keep overpaying him for a 1-year deal?" Well, if we can afford it, we're not going to get other free agents. And I'm looking at people who, there's not one that's going to become more expensive this year. I don't think, they signed, actually, they automatically sign all these guys for us, so we're in a good spot. I'm trying to think of anyone. Looks like, actually, they signed everyone for us. Or not everyone, some of them. But I'm going to give him the qualifying offer. If he stays, great. If not, we get a draft pick, whatever, but we can't afford it. I might even I'll give the Barney Smith a 1-year deal. Maybe he turns it around next year. We still got to wait on Darryl Taylor. Hopefully he signs. All right, let's go and take a look at arbitration. No one huge. We got Damian Chavez, who's been kind of just he's been with the franchise forever. He's 29. He's an 82 overall now, but he's not bad. He's not great at really anything except bunting. But I'll do a 3-year deal and takes him to he's a free agent. And maybe we'll see what happens at that point. Maybe he is a We'll get a little bit of a draft pick compensation from him. You never know. Same with Lawrence Waldron. He's been with the franchise forever. What would arbitration for him be? It's a little price. I'll probably let him go, actually. We have other guys. Allegri, he last year did not play great. He plays good defense, but he didn't hit well. I'm just going to offer him arbitration of like $600,000. That's $650. Let's see what happens with that. How much does he want? Unless he wants a very team-friendly deal. Oh, he does. I'll do a 3-year deal for under $1 million a year. Or I'll be basically, you want to do 3 at 3. Phil Castro has been a solid utility guy for us. So how many years of service time does he have? 4. So I guess 2 years should be cheapish. 2-ish million or so. There we go. Offer him arbitration. And then JJ Penn. I'm probably going to let JJ Penn walk. I'm just not going to worry with him. All right, let's take a look at tender contracts now. We got Dante Sargent, who had a very good year once he got called up. 284. He only hit 3 home runs, but he's not a power guy. That's not his game. But he did improve in power, 5 and 7. But his potential went down, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm going to give him, let's do like a 7-year deal. How much is that a year? 7.1. I'm not going to front or back load it. I'm just going to give him a straight 7-year deal. It's going to be closer to like $8 million a year. So 7 at 56. Divino, he pitched 9 2/3 innings, pitched well. I'm just going to give him just this 2-year deal, whatever. Ortiz is another starter. We actually have a good amount of starters. I'll just sign him to a similar deal. And he wants a lot of money. He has only played... He's played 2 years. Yeah, alright. We'll give him a 1-year deal. For about $1 million. Alright, and the rest of these, I'm just going to sign them. There's no point for you guys to see this. And then we'll see what happens with free agents. See if we can keep Taylor and see what happens with Nakayama. Okay, so those offers are made. Now, in the Rule 5 draft, I'm actually probably not going to add anyone. I'll add Ted Parson to it because he is a 76 overall and he's 24 years old. And he's at second base, and we are going to let someone walk. So it'd be nice to have him just as another option. Lopez is not eligible for the Rule 5 draft. But, I mean, we do have Beard and we do have Sargent, and we were playing one of them at second. So, which one? I can't even remember which one we were playing at second base. Sargent was playing second base. So, all right, let's see what happens. Did Taylor sign? He has not. So, he is technically a free agent right now. We'll go day by day to make sure. If anyone gets in on the bidding, we'll give him more years. That's kind of my plan. Edmund Nash is an Indian, so we got a draft pick. So, I knew we'd get a draft pick for him. Oh, it looks like Taylor signed with us. He did, so the 3-year deal worked. So perfect. And our budget right now is $856,000, but I believe that includes Nakayama's deal. And we'll see if a team signs him. Probably not, but we should be able to afford it. He decided to accept. Okay. So we need a coach. Pitching coach. Let's do that before I forget. Ooh, nice. Actually, see if we can find a pitching coach that helps walks or hits per 9, because we know those are the most important. Home runs per 9 and walks per 9 -2 control. I'll do that, though. Plus 3 walks per 9 is nice. And I actually don't know if control matters for Sims. Alright, so I think I'll just finish the rest of the offseason. Not much for you guys to see, and then we'll get into the beginning of next year. Alright, so we are now in spring training. So our budget is actually barely negative, so maybe that might affect us with Nakayama's deal, but I think we'll be fine. If not, we'll clear it out. Still think it's worth the risk, and we'll play him still sporadically. So let's just go, actually, how are our scouts? West International, Central, East, and best we can get. Perfect. All right, let's just go to spring training, the regular season, excuse me. And let's build the pitching. Encarnacion, Spain, Ortiz, Mendoza, Vinny, Hutton is actually now a reliever. Divino, I might make him a reliever too. 70 stamina is pretty lousy. So let's do that. I'm going to send down Kyle Kirk, one, because he's not even out. I'm not actually going to release him. Let's release you. And then we are going to edit. Or is he? Divino? Or Divino? He has 70 stamina. I think that's better served as a... I'm going to make him a closer. Alright. And then Davenport is a closer as well. So we got some good ones. Barney Smith. Do we need any more pitching, though? Oops. So here's what we're looking like now. Sullivan got the one lefty. And Davenport's in AAA. Oh, we got to call up Sam Winston. What's he doing down there? I knew something was up. Ortiz in 87 overall now. So I guess I will send down... Probably keep Hutton up. Well, he did struggle last year. But he had one amazing... What about their contracts? Hutton's making $1 million, so I'll keep him up, I guess. And I don't think he has options. Divino should. Yep, he has options, so I can send him down. We need Winston for sure. Dude's been amazing. So we're going to probably send Ortiz, had a 4.1 ERA. Mendoza, 3.47. Vinny, 4.09. I'm going to send Mendoza to the log man. Hutton will go here. There we go. Pitching looks really good. On AAA, I'll put Yamamoto, Zach Weiss. Sure, just have him. We need to have some guys. And then, yeah, we got some closers and one on AA. Let's build the lineup now. Castilla, Fernandez, batting second. He actually has been getting on base. That's not bad. Taylor, I'm going to have Berland, Bearden, and they have Sargent on the bench. I want him starting. We can call up, I think, one more guy, right? Yep. We have Rodriguez. I don't want Rodriguez. He has to clear waivers, so I guess it will be Rodriguez then. No, he'll clear waivers. They always do. We don't have a backup first baseman per se. But, Carrasco, who ended up being a bench player for us last year, but I'm going to promote him to the majors. Actually, what might happen with him, if we need to clear out money, it actually might be Carrasco we let go, because he's got 1 year left, I think, of like 7.7. We'll have him on the team. He was a very good player for us, but that's definitely, he's past his prime. Valenzuela batting 5th. I actually don't hate that, because he actually had a very good year last year. So Castilla wants still leading off. That's in the National League, and then I want Sargent, Bearden at short, Sargent at second. Luke Dent versus lefties over. Yeah, that makes sense. But, alright, let's see. So, Castilla still leading off. And then, there's Fernandez, Taylor, Berland, Valenzuela. There we go. And then Luke Dent will play. God, he's such a bad fielder. But he can hit versus lefties. And lastly, alright, let's get this done. Alright, there we go. Take a look what we're ranked at. 4th, first in pitching, 2nd in power, 14th in contact, 2nd in speed, 18th in defense. Pretty good. Top prospects, probably not many. Beavis, our pick from last year, great power. Let him continue to play and develop in the minors. Divino, who we just changed his position. All right. So, yeah, if our budget is too high, even though it's at -12, so I think we'll be fine to sign our draft picks, $218 million. But this offseason, Nakayama, again, is a free agent who's made a lot of money. And he was a late pick for us. Fernandez and Polito are all free agents. I think we're going to have to keep Polito. Fernandez, we might let walk. We'll see. Nakayama will probably, I don't know, we'll see. Carrasco, that will be money off the books. McCready, Barney Smith are free agents. Mendoza's a free agent. No, he's not. He's got 2 more years of service time. I'm just looking to see who are free agents. It's not actually the worst, but yeah, let's get into this season and see how we do. And we are going to have at least 1 extra draft pick. And And, alright, AAA does not have enough players. Let's see, let's call up one more guy. And in case you guys want to see, roster history, here's the Major League team, all draft picks. As you can see, every player we have is on our team as a draft pick. And Nakayama was a 6th-round pick. That's a hell of a 6th-round pick. I'm just looking to see what are some of our best picks. Moya was a 6th-round pick. Same with Winston. McCarthy was a 6th-round pick. Yeah, most of them are rounds 1 and 2. I mean, Matt Hutton was a 4th-round pick. Ortiz was a 5th-round pick. He's been a pretty good player for us. Mendoza, 5th-round pick. 3rd-round pick for Carrasco. That was a good one, even though he's kind of going down now. Lonzo was a 3rd-round pick. A pretty good 3rd-round pick. I mean, we'll have to say that. So, let's go up to the draft. Ooh, we're off to a good start. I'm hoping, I mean, obviously, continue to make the playoffs this year, but if we could somehow win the division, would be awesome. Oh, crap, I just realized something. Sorry, guys. Injuries were off when I did I was doing a different franchise. We had injuries off to see Tippett's career, if you guys saw that. So injuries were off. We got a little over a month, and then, okay, we made up for it. An injury a week for 1 or 2 weeks right after it. All right, let's fix that. So, by the way, pitching has been really good, except for Spain. Bullpen has not been great. Moya's been awful. Jeez. Davenport's been, I mean, we'll wait a little bit because it's still in May, but at the draft, we'll give them a few more weeks, and if the bullpen's struggling, we're going to call some kids up. We have some players we can call up in the minors, but we are off to a very good start. I mean, we're 41-21 at the draft. We're up 8.5 games on the division. That's awesome. We're ranked 2nd now. Let's see how the team's doing, then we'll do the draft. Castilla 294 with 9 home runs, 359 on base, 12 stolen bases. Pretty good. 836 OPS. How did we, I always forget how we got Castilla. What round was he? Probably 1st. Yep. All right, let's keep looking. Oops. Dwayne Fernandez, 303 with 11 home runs. A contract year for him. And he's having a great year, 385 on base. Taylor, 301 with 16 home runs. He's been a great player for us. Berlin, 302, 27 home runs. It's like the first week of June. He was a 2nd-round pick. Valenzuela, 271, 14 home runs. That's not bad at all. Bearden, 259 with 10 jacks at short. Polito, 251, 7 home runs. Sargent, 232, 6 home runs. We just played good defense. Allegri, 231, 7 jacks. And then Luke Dent, playing versus lefties, has 3 home runs, but not hitting that good for only playing against lefties. Nakayama, 290 with 5 home runs. Has been like a utility guy for us. Pitching, Encarnacion hasn't been his normal self. Spain's pitching a little better. Winston's been great. Ortiz has kind of struggled. And Wiseman's been great. Mendoza's been all right as a long man. Hutton's been great as out of the bullpen. Moya's been better. And Medina has been great for us as our closer this year. A 2.81 ERA, 20 saves. How did we get him again? What draft pick was he? I think we got him early on, if I remember. Yeah, round 1. All right, so we were at the draft. What do we need? Let's take a look at the roster. Because we're going to have a later 1st-round pick. So pitching, I think we actually have a lot of options. We still got Bayer, Villarreal, and these C potentials can still come in and pitch for us. And Mateo's 28. So we got some guys. We don't have like a big name prospect, I guess. We've moved a lot of them to relievers. Still lefty relievers. We have McCready. Any in the minors? Hernandez is actually pitching great in Double-A. 1.83 ERA. We'll let him continue to develop. Bo Cox is pitching well in Double-A. Weiss is 38, so he's not one of our guys. And Castro is pitching well in Double-A. So we got 3 guys who are pitching well in Double-A. Let him continue to pitch well. Yamamoto's a lefty. We moved him from a starter to a reliever. He's pitching pretty good in Triple-A, 3.74. So I don't think we need to draft a lefty unless maybe there's like a stud. Maybe a catcher. And we do have like guys like Leo Rodriguez who could be an everyday catcher if we can't sign Polito. Reeder is a backup. With that durability, he's a backup. And these guys, I'm not sure. But maybe get a catcher. First base, we have a lot of depth there. Same at second with Parson, Lopez, who's a big prospect, and Castro, who's been with us forever. Third base is pretty weak. We have Castilla and Berlin, that's it. So we might want to draft a third baseman. Shortstop's good. Outfield, pretty weak. So I think outfield, third base are the big positions of need. Let's go to the draft. So we have the 22nd pick in round 1. 20th pick in round 2. Compensatory round, plus losing Barney Smith. Competitive balance pick there for whatever reason. All right. Hopefully we do well in the draft. So let's see what's here. There is a shortstop. It looks promising. Damian Gaston. We do have a lot of them, but hey, if he's like the best player. There's a closer. Throws lefty. Tom Tan. Normally I don't like to take a closer. I mean, we can probably get him later on. There is a right fielder. Not the best scouted, but he could have some pop and he can field. Average durability. I kind of like that. A project in right field. Low injury risk. A first baseman who's a project, but we kind of are all set. So there's some options here. We can get Gaston, who might be the best, but it's not really a position of need. Bartolo Valenzuela is a catcher. A third baseman is a 22, so I don't love... Who's 22 is a project, I should say. There's the closer, Tom Tan. I'm going to take the best player. We'll figure it out after. Damian Gaston. I think he's the best. But we'll see what happens. I do want to look up... Where are they? If we can't get them. Tom Tan, and there was an outfielder too. Where was he? Cody Bentler. But we're going to take Gaston. Oh, Tom Song. So Tom Tan's still available, and Cody Bentler. I think they're both available. I'm going to take Tom Tan. I want the lefty reliever. And I think Bentley's available here. He is. So we actually got all three. Well, that worked out. We get another pick here. A second baseman who's a project. Shortstop, starting pitcher. I'm looking at the 75. So might a right fielder. Oh, wow. He's 24, but look at that. And he's low injury risk. Yeah, let's get him. Wow, that could be a good pick. You do not have the highest potential. A reliever who's a project who throws right-handed. A starter who's a 75 potential. We need third baseman. There's not really anyone of... We'll probably just draft one at the very end. I guess we'll take the starter. Do we take a guy who doesn't have the best potential? I'm going to just take a shot in the dark with some guys. We'll take the reliever, who may be a project, but he should have the highest potential. He's been somewhat scouted. I guess we'll take, you know what? He may not, it'll probably be a B potential Goldberg, but hey, we'll see what happens. And then in round 5, I'll probably take a third baseman just to have one in the system. An extra one just in case. Unless there's no good options. I'm not, I'll take a shot in the dark with one of these guys. I think that just makes more sense. Dave Willis, he looks good. 80 walks per 9. He's 25. Weaver, not great. This guy's 23. Worth, not bad. Cortez, okay, Cortez looks the best. Yeah, Cortez. Complete shot in the dark. But whatever. And let's see if that third baseman's available to take in round 6. And of course he's not. So we'll just take... I guess we'll take Gary Worth. I mean, luckily we have a lot of second basemen and shortstops who could play third. So let's see how we did. There's some good players and not bad, and not so good ones. But first off, Gaston was the best player of those three. 88 potential. What's our budget at? Negative 300. I think we have a home stand coming up, so we'll look at that after this home stand. If not, I'll get rid of Carrasco. I think our budget should be fine. No, all right. I am gonna get rid of Carrasco, and I will just trade him for a nobody and then just cut the nobody. Actually want him not in our division. So we'll take Joe Black. Save us the money. Now we'll cut said Joe Black. And now our budget is going to be fine to sign our draft picks. There we go. So Gaston, he's a project with good durability, and we'll see what happens. 88 potential, that could turn into an A. Tom Tan, I thought he'd have a higher potential. It's only a 75, but he's a 68 overall. He's a lefty, so that's good, and we'll see what happens. Cody Bentler does have some pop, can field, a little bit of speed. He's only a 60 overall, but hey, he's a 78 potential. Let's see what happens. Giorgio, he's only a 73 overall with a 77 potential, but I mean, he could definitely be. He's a fourth outfielder, not the best fielder, but I mean, right now we're using Allegri and Luke Dent. He could definitely be an option to be like an outfielder for that, like instead of one of those guys. Not going to be anyone crazy good, but not bad. Chet Magadol, the reliever that we took, he's 53 overall. He's only 20 years old. 89 potential, though. Throws right-handed. And then these shots in the dark were exactly that, shots in the dark. Jonah Goldberg, 76 potential. Nothing crazy there. Woody Cortez, he is a 72 potential. And then lastly, Gary Worth, not good. And all of them have high stamina, a 70 potential. But more arms, I guess, in the system. Let's see if there's any studs in the draft. Oh, we'll see how Bo Chambers is doing in a second, too. So far, nothing crazy in terms of potentials. 97, Chris Boyer. Oh, we want to look at that catcher, too, from Detroit. This was the number 1 pick, I think. Did they have the number 1 pick? I can't remember. Or was it Todd Bowles? I can't remember. All right, so the draft wasn't great. I mean, our first pick was good. Let's continue with the season. Oh, is Carrasco in one? Oh, yeah. We probably have one. We can call up a player. Do we call up, like, Davenport to the major? I think we call him up. Gallegos is pitching well as well. Let's do a little shake-up of the bullpen. McCarthy's struggling. We'll send him down. He'll clear waivers. There we go. So we're going to have one less hitter on the bench, but we'll have an extra bullpen arm who's been pitching good in Davenport and Gallegos. All right. I never even fixed the lineup. There we go. Just keep winning. I mean, it looks like we're going to win the division unless we choke. But yeah, let's keep winning. Let's see how many All-Stars. We're going to probably have a bunch. All right, let's see what we got for All-Stars. We're 8.5 up on the division, so not as much as I thought we would be up. But All-Star voting, what do we got? Encarnacion made it. 2.86 ERA. Pretty good. He might be a Hall of Famer. His win-loss is actually still 119 and 120, but I don't care about it. But he has he's pitched 2,000 innings. He has struck out 1,500, great ERA of 3.77. I'll show you guys this. Look at his ERA the last, 5 years. 2.59, 2.85, 3.51, 2.76, and a 2.84. Those are good. His whips, 4 of those whips have been 1.6 or under, or 3 of them, excuse me. He's been good. He's not a strikeout guy, but he's a great pitcher. Closers, what do we got? Milo Medina made it. He's been 2.54 ERA. That's been great. I was seeing if any. Kita made it in the National League. Not great, 3.52, but not bad. Blair Walter made it on the Diamondbacks. So a couple former names there. Catchers, none of ours. First base, none of ours. Second base, nope. Tommy Berland and his 36 home runs at the All-Star game, 304 average. He might hit 50. He should hit 50 unless he gets hurt. Darryl Taylor made it. You know who didn't make the All-Star game was our boy Bo. Take a look at top prospects. What's our best one now? Beavis is at 26. Hasn't really improved the power, which is kind of disappointing. Davino's at 40. And then a couple more closers. One is Davenport's not in the majors. All right, let's continue with the season. So Detroit's the team closest to us. We'll play them later on this month. Keep them active. I think we'll be fine. All right, Detroit series, and we got swept in 4 straight. And Bearden's out for 2 to 3 months. Jeez, we're only up 3 games now on the Tigers. Now, with Bearden out, Nakayama slides into the lineup. So, good thing we kept Nakayama. And we're gonna call up another bat because we are missing Bearden now. Castro's doing well in AAA. We can call him up, or we can call up Ted Parson, who has how many home runs? 23 in AAA. Can't play any other position so other than second. While Castro can play second, third, and short, so we're gonna call him up. And I'm gonna call up Colorado AAA just to clear up, add that spot. How's Davenport pitching? 2.7 and Gallegos have 5, but they're not pitching much. I don't know if Davenport to be the setup man. And Mateo is what? Yeah, he's a 28-year-old who's pitching well in AAA. Castaneda's 50 overall, but why not? And AA, like Davia is pitching great. He's 29. Jeff James is older. He's 25. Reyes is another guy that we drafted. These are just these seed potentials that are just doing well. All right, we need to start winning some games. When do we play Detroit again? Polito's up for a few days. Just keep him active. Keep him on the DL. Let's make sure the lineup didn't get screwed up with that. Shouldn't have. Berlin has 44 home runs in August. All right, there's a series. We have 2 series with Detroit. A 3-game set there and another 3-game set here. So let's go through these and then see where we're at that point. We lost 2 out of 3 to them again. Then we won 2 out of 3 there. So where are we? We're a game and a half up on them. That team, whoever is going, like the loser of those 2 teams between us and Detroit, the other team, Berlin has 49 home runs. Ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. He could hit 60. We play Detroit again there. Alright, oh my god, Daryl Taylor tore his ACL. Can we keep him active? Shit. I was going to say our best hitter, but that's probably Berland. Oh my god, that's a shot to the groin. We could play Dallas Bowers in right field. Because we have Allegri, and we don't have a lot of great options. Beavis, I don't want to... Yeah, let's do that. That's a shot to the nuts. I'm going to have him bat second, actually. That might not be the worst thing. He should get on base. Well, Fernandez bat third. Let's do that. That 292, the 34 home runs, and he plays elite defense. His WAR was 6.2, and to top it all off, we're actually a game and a half behind Detroit, and we're about to play them in Detroit. We won 2 out of 3, so we get Chicago, who's not that good, and then Minnesota, who's pretty good, and then Chicago again. So, big 3-game set. We lost 2 out of 3. Now Minnesota, we lost 2 out of 3. We're going to win like 97, 98 games and miss the playoff. I mean, be a wildcard team. So we are a game back. Last game of the season. If we win, we can force game 163. We did. We still have to be a wild card team. Are you kidding? 99 wins and we're a freaking wild card team. That's just bad luck. And the thing is, like, our offense was amazing. So next episode, we'll be doing the wild card game to start it off. Now, we will look at those players that we've passed on, or one of them we passed on, the other one we couldn't even get. Beavis dropped down to 33, but improved plus 10 contact first left. And the rest is probably just some relievers. Let's see how the lineup did. I have to send Bowers to the... Diaz actually could play left field, but Bowers has been with us forever, so I kind of want to play him. And actually, he did well in 15 at-bats, super limited. He can't be on the... Oh my god, because the injury happened in September, I can't use him. I guess Luke Dent's playing. So we're going to... Tommy Berland hit 54 home runs. Would you have guessed he would hit 54 home runs? 305 average, 357 on base, 648 slugging, OPS over 1,000. He was a DH only. His WAR was 7. What a season. I'm going to have Sargent bat second, I guess. God, that sucks. I've looked at... No, Sargent just be consistent. Where's Sargent? That really hurts our chances in the playoffs. Freaking Berlin. Let's see who... Okay, Castilla hit 272. 358 on base. 21 home runs, 23 stolen bases. Not too bad. We saw Sargent 286. 22 home runs. His potential jumped back up. He's a 92 overall. And we already gave him a long-term deal, which is great for us. His WAR was 4.6. Grant Fernandez, last year of his deal, it's actually not too bad. 276, 22 home runs. I don't know what he's going to want in the offseason for money. $30 million might be pricey, but we'll see. We might be able to afford it either way. We already saw Berlin. Valenzuela, now the power was gone, hasn't been crazy, but he hit 275. The 361 on base, 31 home runs. He plays good defense. WAR 5.1. That was his best year, and he's getting cheaper and cheaper every year. So you know what? Not too bad. He does have 286 career home runs. That's not too bad. He's been pretty damn durable too. I mean, he has 84 durability. Nakayama ended up playing up quite a bit. He had 266 or 7 home runs. One shy of 100 career home runs. Polito 240, 20 home runs. His potential and overall went down, which I normally wouldn't like, but that may make him cheaper in the offseason because he is a free agent. But he's had a good year. I mean, 240, 20 home runs, on base of basically 300, 400 slugging. But he does play elite defense, which means his WAR is 3.5. Luke Dent, playing only against lefties. Now he's going to play against everyone. Hit 210 with 5 home runs. Did steal 17 bases. And Allegri, 233 with 19 jacks, playing only against righties. The power is not bad. His WAR was 0.1. Sweet. Pitching. Encarnacion's going to go that game 1. Spain, 4.39 ERA, not the best. Winston, 3.55. Ortiz, 3.69 ERA. And then Vinny with a 2.93. I'm going to have Vinny go game 2. And then Winston, or Spain. Yeah, let's do that. Vinny is turning into that guy. Mendoza didn't pitch good as the long man. McCready is our only lefty. Not great. Hutton pitched great. Moya was good. Gallegos did struggle. Davenport was okay. And Medina was amazing as our closer. 54 saves, 68 innings, 69 strikeouts. That's nice. A 1.72 ERA, a .97 whip. Let's take a look at awards. MVP. That's what I like to see. Matt Manning got the Cy Young. Phil Marullo. That name sounds familiar. I think it was a guy we tried to draft or we passed on drafting. I don't know. He looks amazing. Got the batting title as a catcher. Reliever of the year, we got that. We didn't get Rookie of the Year, somehow. Actually, we didn't have anyone, I was thinking we had someone. Any Gold Gloves? Maybe not. I was going to say, Berlin got Silver Slugger again for DH, like he always does. I did not see... Okay, I want to... Oh, was that... I think I remember that. No, Conklin was the catcher I'm thinking of, the catcher from Maine. 267 average. We couldn't get in the draft. And then let's take a look at Bo. the outfielder. 291, 30 home runs, pretty damn good year. More 5.5. Slash line 375 on base, 526 slugging, OPS of over 900. So, next episode will be the playoffs. Hopefully, it's not just one game. And Franmil hit 57. Burley didn't even lead the league, but he did get an MVP. Interesting. You guys told me Franmil Reyes is a glitch in franchise. You're not joking. But I'll see you guys in the next episode. We'll do the playoffs. Hopefully, we can win that wild card game, and then we would face Detroit. So we're playing Baltimore, who won 90 games. Not a bad team. So I'll see you guys in that video. Talk to y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.